What's up, guys? This is CJ with CoinOpTV, and today we are taking a look at The Wolf Among Us for Xbox 360. Now, this is the new game from Telltale Games, the guys who did the fantastic Walking Dead series last year, which was one of my all-time favorite games, and especially my favorite game from last year among the many that did come out. So, needless to say, I was super excited to get a chance to start going through this new series, and the whole premise behind this is it's based on the comic series called Fables, which kind of follows your fairy tale characters in this kind of real world setting where they have to try to live among regular people. So I don't know a lot about this going in, but we're just going to dive right in. Obviously there's going to be some spoilers here. I'm not going to show too much to you guys, so this is kind of the prologue or the prelude section to the actual first chapter. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of go through this and take a look, and I'll try not to talk as much so we can get a little bit of the story sections, but obviously I want you guys to go out and play this, so we don't want to spoil everything. So as you can see, it's very similar in art style to The Walking Dead. It's a bit more colorful, a little bit more neon, definitely the same sort of cell shading and that kind of thing though, so definitely looks nice. The one downside I did notice is that there's still a little bit of technical hitches and things like that, but I think that'll all get sorted out as they go on, and especially as we move into the next gen consoles.
Listen, mate, I know I don't look human.
So I'll just kind of try to give a little bit of these talking scenes a listen so you guys can hear some of this.
I'll get me glamour first thing in the morning. Cross my arm. No need to kick up a fuss.
As you can see, they kept the same style gameplay where you're able to choose certain lines of dialogue, and you have a timer in which to choose, and if you run out of timer, I think he just says nothing, and certain characters will take those interactions and dialogue options different ways, and they tend to remember each thing you said, and it can change the effect of something they do later on or how they treat you as you get further in the story. So it's definitely an interesting way to do a narrative, and I really enjoyed it in The Walking Dead, so I'm anxious to see how it works here, because in The Walking Dead it seemed like it changed quite a bit depending on what you selected.
There's too much at stake. Whatever it costs, it's worth it. You don't want me catching you out of glamour.
And just giving a little bit of story here, you kind of get the whole background here that it seems that the fable creatures need to take a human form and are supposed to, or they get sent to what is called the farm, and they need to be able to afford these costumes or outfits that are technically human forms in order to live in this fable town. And not everybody likes it.
So what set him off?
Who knows why?
And the way the story starts out, as you can kind of see here, is I am Bigsby, which also the big bad wolf from the fairy tales, and I am the detective in this fable town, and I've been called for some kind of disturbance here by Toad. So we'll see what's going on upstairs here. And you can tell not everybody likes me, and I think that makes a good character. You don't want somebody that everybody likes.
No.
Then get the fuck back inside.
Little smack talk behind my back's always nice. So a little bit of loading screens. We can, I think installing it as I've done, since it's a downloadable game, helped, but there's not much else you can do during loading screens. It'd be nice if they had some storyboards or art or something like that to kind of get you through there, but now that we move on here, we can kind of see what's going on upstairs in this apartment building and figure out why we were called. And here again you can see kind of similarities to The Walking Dead. You can walk around and interact with certain objects. pick them up. The action icons have just been stylized a little bit differently. So I picked up a matchbook there, decided to keep that, and it looks like it added it to my inventory there. Put the phone back on the hook here, because that beeping does get really annoying. And let's see what we can do this door. So it looks like we can open it or bust it down. Now, I usually take things the simpler way first. I don't want to go busting down people's doors and just jump right into some kind of terrible action. So we'll see what's going on here once I open this door.
God damn you!
No, and it's obviously not good.
You got something on your face.
Fuck are you talking about, you stupid?
So once again, I get more choices, and depending on how you pick options, you'll activate certain things. And looks like I'm about to go into an action sequence here.
Fuck out of the way before you get the axe again.
You're drunk, all right? Think this through. If you keep on like this, I won't have any choice but to put you down.
The guy does look quite bigger than me, though, and he's got a beard,
Shit fucking memory, Wolf.
which obviously trumps my 5 o'clock shadow.
This isn't last time.
And here we go. So as you can see, once again, similar to The Walking Dead, these were a little tricky. So you can see the first couple here I end up missing, so I wasn't quite sure what to do. But as I get it down, basically what you want to do is move that red circle over the other circle and then hit the button that pops up. So that's a little different from The Walking Dead. There were some of those, and I missed the down arrow. Make sure you're using the right stick to do those up and down actions. That's what I didn't figure out there. Oh good, so we're going to hit this guy with a board in the face. And again. So let's see, we'll take him over this sink here, and oh good, he's got some kind of shaving equipment. So it looks like I get the actions a little better here. Ooh, alright, that's one way to do it. Must have been a weak sink. So, it looks like you have a certain amount of time to do the next action, too, so. Ooh. That's never going to end well. Let's see, a piece of glass sticking out of my head, so I guess that's a good thing. And he's got an axe. Make sure I avoid these, because I really don't want an axe in my head. I do kind of like how the button prompts are at least a little bit stylized in the world. And this guy just does not give up.
You should probably get out of here.
Look, I'm not leaving until I get what's mine.
You're not getting sick, bitch.
He is not a very nice guy either.
Put you on the ground.
Hey,
You can see you
Can't be
get
nice,
different
I'm gonna make you work
actions,
outside.
and different people will remember what you do based on that. So
You bug like
usually on my
you.
playthroughs of these things, I like to try to at least be nice to people, or to be
You.
not so nice to people like that bald dude,
what the hell
the
is
woodsman.
going on? What happened?
A little misunderstanding that turned into a real shit show. Don't worry, you saw the best bits.
Not sure why she's looking at her other eye.
Girly.
Knock it off.
Look, this is just the start of a shitty night.
The
for me.
voice acting in
I
this
just need the
game
money
does
he
sound
owes me, and
familiar
I
as
can do
well.
it.
I need to look up the cast, but I seem to
These lips are
recognize some of the
sealed.
voices.
What's your name?
Whatever you'd like it to be, handsome.
Don't make this more difficult than it has to be.
Sorry, Sheriff. Wouldn't want to add any difficulty to your night.
Why was he
And
hidden?
as you can see, you just go through more dialogue. And like I said, this is the prologue, so it shouldn't spoil too much. This is just kind of the intro. I think each chapter is a couple hours long at least, so well worth it.
That about cover it, hun?
I'm the woodsman, you whore.
That guy's still talking smack, even after I hit him with an axe.
From this monster. I cut this fucker open and filled his belly full of stones and threw him in the fucking river. That's who the fuck I am, you stupid bitch.
Hey, what
Yeah,
did I
well, this
say
is
about
going
that
down well.
word?
Kill him.
And that's about all the time we have here, so I hope you guys enjoyed that look at The Wolf Among Us, and stay tuned to CoinOpTV for more.